Hey you guys, today I'm going to show you how to best utilize the scraps of leather you have to make a really simple pouch like the one that I've attached on this belt. For this project you're going to need whatever leather scraps you have, a pair of scissors, a leather hole punch, and you're going to need a leather cord. Now this tutorial is for one of the simplest styles of pouches that I make. I will be making various styles of leather bags in the future, so if you don't like the way this one is made, I will be making tutorials for other styles of bags and other ways of putting it together and other ways of sewing it. But for this one, you're going to want to find a rectangular piece of leather. And what you're going to want to do is find a piece that is 3 times as long as you want your pouch to be tall. 1, 2, and 3. And so a piece about this long and this wide is perfect for what I'm going to be doing. Once you've cut out the long piece of leather for your bag, now you can start trimming it and making the edges straight to be sewn together. And if you want your front flap to look more rugged and maybe a more natural look on your front flap of your bag, you just don't trim that, just leave it however it was. And so that would mean just one of the short edges. Like this one is pretty straight, but this edge piece isn't straight. Or if your end piece is like this, that would be even better. But it's all up to how you want it to look. And so I'm about to begin trimming my edges straight. Now once you've trimmed your large rectangular leather piece, take it and fold it up until you have about a third of it hanging out. And take a ruler or a tape measure and mark here where you will be punching your holes. And so what I will probably do is I will probably mark every ½ inch. And so do it on one side and then match it up on the other side and leave this one with no holes. Leave this third. And what we will do is we will sew it this way with the suede part out, and then we'll turn it right side out. Now that you've poked all your holes, double check and make sure that they're all lined up. And remember not to poke any holes on this third. Okay, it's important to have a place on your pouch to have it attached to your belt. So, lay out your piece with the back of it facing out. And you will have the end with the holes beginning here, and here is your front flap. Right here, where the back of your bag is, put 2 holes for the top of the loop and 2 holes for the bottom so that you can tie it and attach it. And you'll do that by punching a hole here and a hole here on this leather scrap piece that you'll make for whatever is the perfect size to go onto your belt. You'll put a hole here, you'll then line it up, mark your holes, punch them, and after you do that, you will just tie it and attach it. So let's start on. Okay, now I have my holes punched and I'm going to attach this. And it's that easy. And there, now you have a belt loop. Now take a look at your bag, and on the front flap, about an inch or so up from it, poke 2 holes. And also where that matches up on the bag, poke 2 holes with your hole punch. Okay, we have those 2 holes punched now. Now line up your bag inside out and get ready to sew up your sides. Now what I did was I just double knotted this end of the leather cord on tight, and I'm just going to lace it through really simply where the holes meet up, and then I'm going to tie it tight at the end. And this is just one of the simplest, fastest ways, so that it's very easy for anyone to do. I'm just going to lace it through just like that, really tight. And continue until you get to the end, and then tie it off tightly. Once you've finished sewing up the side, make sure each end is secure and make sure it's done tight. Do the exact same thing on the other side. And make sure that you're doing it inside out. Okay, now that you have sewn up both sides, we aren't going to turn it inside out yet. We have one more thing to make. We're going to make a little leather toggle for your bag. Now my suggestion is find yourself a little slightly triangular piece of leather. We're just going to kind of wing it here, straighten this out, make sure you have a long piece, cut the thin end up 2/3 of the way, just about, near the end. Look, scraps that have holes. Didn't realize that. There we go, take that off. And cut a slit here. And then cut another slit there. This is just how I quickly make a toggle. It works just fine for this really quick project. And you're just going to push the end, these 2 long pieces, through those holes, and you pull it tight. And this is what you end up with, and it's a perfectly functional little button. And those 2 holes that I told you to punch here, just cut a straight line across these. Now we're going to turn it right side out. Just pull it through and then double knot it on the inside. Now you can close your bag and you have a functioning leather pouch. hope that you enjoyed my tutorial for this really easy to make pouch. It takes literally less than 30 minutes to make. It's so simple. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it was easy to follow, and I would love to see what you made.